muna.
Hindi, Valentine's muna.
Valentine's muna.
Okay, guys.
Di ba kami gusto sabihin si Chesed?
No, okay, lots of news tonight.
We'll take it from here na dahil puno nga yung show namin. Of course, headlining Pinay Tennis Ace. Thank you once again, Seth, Sean, and Pauline. On our show, we got Filipino tennis star for you, Alex Ayala, making her much-awaited home debut. Plus, Team Philippines wrapping up its best campaign ever in the ASEAN Para Games.
And Aurora Gaming Philippines making the country proud too by winning the M7 World Championship.
I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Chaska Letungalaw.
And here's tonight's play-by-play.
Ramiro, the show by Mamoy. Leaves it. Victor Moves puts it on. Unbelievable. Gemma on the left side. Bakunas rejecting Espejo for the win.
Happy Monday, folks. January 26th today. Let's kick off the show with who else but Filipina tennis star Alex Ayala making her debut at the historic Philippine Women's Open.
Ayala is facing world number 163 Alina Sharaeva. This is their second encounter, with Sharaeva taking the win way back in 2020 during their ITF days in Spain. The second set is now ongoing. Alex actually took the first set 6-1. We are in the third game with Sharaeva up 15-love. And this is in the newly renovated Rizal Memorial Tennis Center. And Alex has already talked about how it is an absolute dream to be playing on home soil. And hopefully we see a Filipino win today, because as of today, we have our Filipino bets. Elizabeth Abarquez losing to Mai Hontoma of Japan. And number 2 in the Philippines, Tenny Madis, losing to Mananchaya Sawangkawai, who was actually Alex's foe in the singles final of the 33rd Southeast Asian Games in Thailand. And we know Alex took that gold. Ayala dealing damage early, winning the first game easily. Sharaeva then answered back in the second game without much resistance from Ayala. The Filipino sensation would then take the next 5 games to take the first set 6-1.
The Philippine Women's Open is the first ever WTA 125 tournament here in the country. The main draw features 32 players, including Ayala and 3 more Filipinos, as Cheska mentioned.
We have more on the Philippine Open later on the show. For now, we go to Thailand as the ASEAN Para Games come to an official close today. Mobile journalist Denise Valdesancho tells us more about the Philippines' historic run in the regional meet.
The Philippines wraps up its campaign in the 13th ASEAN Para Games in Thailand with its best finish ever. Team Philippines placed 4th overall in the standings with 45 golds, 37 silvers, and 52 bronzes for a total of 134 medals. That's an improvement from its previous best showing in the 2023 Cambodia Games, where the Philippines finished 5th with 34 golds, 33 silvers, and 50 bronzes. The historic finish comes as the country set its largest delegation yet, 323 strong, including 212 athletes, a move aimed at giving Filipino para-athletes more international exposure and high-level competition.
Definitely, I am elated and I'm happy ako na our team has performed very well. I mean, nakatama na puso, when I speak to those that have been successful, of course, how nice it is. I can't see their smiles, but I can definitely feel their happiness.
Para-athletics led the Golden Hall for the Philippines, delivering 16 gold medals, followed by para-swimming with 13 and para-chess with 12, showcasing the depth and consistency of the National Para-Sports Program.
This is overwhelming. From 10 golds to 16. So talagang we thank the Lord God sa binigay niya sa amin.
Derigada also credited the strong unity among the coaching staff for the team's breakthrough performance.
We talagang kaming 10 coaches. We have 10 coaches in Philippine Para Athletics. Talagang we always make sure na we always meet together and hindi kami kanya-kanya. Ang maganda ngayon, hindi lang tayo ng medals, no? But yung records speaks.
Individually, Harich's standout Dari Bernardo emerged as the most successful Filipino athlete of the Games, sweeping all 6 of his events. Paralympian Angel Autumn also delivered a stellar campaign, winning 5 gold medals in Paris swimming.
Bali, mas ano po ngayon yung kalaban, mas preparado po sila ngayon. Kailangan po talaga ng tiyaga. Hanggang dulo talaga yung patibayan na resistensya.
Beyond the gold medals, the Philippines also had several milestones, including its first ever podium finish in wheelchair basketball, thanks to the silver medal from the country's women's 3x3 team. With record medal numbers, breakthrough performances, and a growing pool of talent, Team Philippines closes the ASEAN Para Games not just with medals, but with strong momentum heading into future international competitions. Kapatid Denise de Sancho, we are One News.
Proud of your Team Philippines at the ASEAN Para Games. Congratulations all our athletes. Moving on now to the NBA as the Toronto Raptors stunned the league-leading Oklahoma City Thunder. It was a close contest from start to finish, but Scotty Barnes making the right plays down the stretch, starting with that defensive play, eventually securing a win for the Raps, 103-101. That huge block on Chet Holmgren on that jumper by Chet. Good big block. He was undersized against Chet, but still crucial block there. And then that hustle play on the other end, tapping the ball out off a free throw miss by Jamal Shed. This gave the Raps another possession and allowed Emmanuel Quickly to eventually ice the game with 2 free throws. Barnes finishing with 10 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists, and 3 blocks. Quick posted 23 markers and 11 boards of his own as he led 6 Raptors who scored in double figures.
Just the mentality. Down the stretch, I feel like that's where I'm at my best. Teammates give me all the confidence, but just the mindset to go out and dominate down the stretch is where I feel like, I made a big stride.
And I mean, everybody stood up when called upon. We got to talk about Scotty, the block there on Chet, and then that last-minute block there as well.
That was big time. He's been making big defensive plays all year. Wouldn't be surprised if he get a Defensive Player of the Year. Blocks, steals, communication, and he's big time for us.
You think about this group, 4-1 on the road trip. When it comes to principles that were set at the start of the season, what showed up in this stretch?
I think just the togetherness of the team. I think that LA game, we weren't, all the way connected, but, we just stayed with it. Guys kept working, and we scratched out some wins, so it was great.
We can zone in on you, though, through this road stretch. What is it that showed up in terms of the ways in which you were able to produce?
Just the mindset every night. Don't take any nights off. Come out and dominate every time you're on the floor, every time you get a chance, and just staying grounded through my faith.
SGA Shai Gilgeous-Alexander having 24 points for the Thunder in a losing effort. The defending champs were still without several of their key players due to injuries, including Jalen Williams, Alex Caruso, and Isaiah Hartenstein. This is OKC's 10th loss of the season, which officially puts them out of the running to tie the Golden State Warriors' record-setting 73-9 win-loss season. The Thunder had been on a historic pace to beat that record to start the season, but have been up and down in recent weeks. OKC still leads the league, though, with 37 wins against 10 defeats. The Raptors have won 4 straight and improved to 29 victories and 19 setbacks.
From one stunner to another, the New Orleans Pelicans scored their own upset victory over the second-best team in the West, the San Antonio Spurs. The Pels used their physicality and ruled the glass to beat the Spurs on the road 104-95. New Orleans outscored San Antonio in the paint by 24 points and had 26 second-chance markers off 19 offensive rebounds. The Pels' inside domination gave them a 14-point lead heading into the final frame, which proved to be enough to stave off a Spurs comeback. Zion Williamson and Sadiq Bey each had 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists. What a coincidence to pace New Orleans. Victor Wembanyama had 16 markers, 16 boards, and 4 blocks for San Antonio in a losing cause. The Pelicans now carry a 12-36 slate, while the Spurs have 31 victories and 15 defeats. 4 more NBA games for you today.
Let's take a look at the results right now. Cade Cunningham shines again as the Detroit Pistons rout the Sacramento Kings 139-116. Meantime, the Golden State Warriors hand the Minnesota Timberwolves their 5th straight loss, 111-85. Jaime Jaquez Jr. sparking the Miami Heat's 111-102 win over the Phoenix Suns, and the Los Angeles Clippers blow out the Brooklyn Nets 126-89 behind Kawhi Leonard's big 28 points.
The NBA suspended today's games in Memphis and Milwaukee due to a massive winter storm, which made travel conditions dangerous across much of the U.S. This means the Grizzlies game against the Denver Nuggets and the Bucks game against the Dallas Mavericks will take place at a later date. The Mobile Legends Bang Bang World Championship stays with the Philippines. We tell you how Aurora Gaming Philippines topped the M7 Worlds when play-by-play returns.
Thank you for joining us here on Play by Play for the 6th straight year. The Mobile Legends Bang Bang World Championship belongs to a Filipino team.
Mobile journalist Amy Atienza gives us a look at Aurora Gaming Philippines' dominant Grand Finals run against Team Alter Ego in the M7 Worlds.
3, 2, 1! Congratulations, Aurora Gaming Philippines!
The M-Series World Championship stays in the Philippines. Aurora Gaming Philippines gave the country its 6th straight crown after a 4-0 sweep of Indonesia's Alter Ego Esports in the Grand Finals of the M7 Worlds in Jakarta. It was the 3rd straight Grand Final between the Philippines and Indonesia in the M-Series tournament. Before the Grand Finals, Alter Ego prevented an All-Pinoy Championship clash after eliminating Team Liquid in the lower bracket semifinals. Aurora PH head coach Aniel Master the Basics Giandani says this motivated them further to do well in the Grand Finals.
I think mas nag-boost sa amin nung hindi yung nanalo yung Alter Ego. I think yung nag-boost sa amin is yung natalo yung TLPH. So natalo sila, parang ang dating sa amin, buong Pilipinas na yung dadali namin.
The Northern Lights did not give Alter Ego the chance to even get on the board in the championship series. Aurora prioritized banning AE's pocket pick Freya and had solid drafts to limit the clash capacities of the Indonesian team.
Sila yung hindi ka pwedeng huminga ng saglit kasi pagka nag-relax ka ng konti, pwedeng-pwede ka nilang i-punish. So, ang naging practice namin doon is maging aware lang kami sa kung ano yung plano nila para maiwasan namin yon.
Romer Dylan Katipon, aka Light, was hailed the finals MVP. Mid-laner Kenneth Yue Tadeo says the victory felt sweeter after their early exit in the M6.
Nag-connect kaming bawat player kung paano maglaro as a one sa inside the game. Kumbaga, sobrang ganda ng pinakita namin this M7 run namin.
Mag-focus muna ako. Kung ano man yung mangyari, after the game na lang siguro ganun. Tapos yun, nung nag-4-0 na, napakasaya ko kasi first time ko in World Champion pa.
With this win, Aurora PH takes home $320,000 or close to 19 million pesos. The matchup between Aurora and Alter Ego recorded a peak of 5.68 million concurrent viewers online. Thailand will host the next M-Series Swiss stage, while the knockouts will be in Turkey. Kapatid Amy Atienza, we are One News.
Thank you for joining us here on Play by Play for the 6th straight year. The Mobile Legends Bang Bang World Championship belongs to a Filipino team. Mobile journalist Amy Atienza gives us a look at Aurora Gaming Philippines' dominant Grand Finals run against Team Alter Ego in the M7 Worlds. The Northern Lights did not give Alter Ego the chance to even get on the board in the championship series. Aurora prioritized banning AE's pocket pick Freya and had solid drafts to limit the clash capacities of the Indonesian team.
The
Let's get some more tennis updates now, this time from the Australian Open. Defending men's champion Yannick Sinner is safely into the quarterfinals. Sinner booked his spot after sweeping fellow Italian Luciano Darderi 6-1, 6-3, and 7-6. The world number 2 with a cleaner victory here after nearly being eliminated in the third round of the tournament. Sinner has now scored 18 victories in a row at the Australian Open. He will resume his campaign against either Ben Shelton or Casper Ruud.
First of all, we are good friends off the court. It's also that a small difficulty to also put away. I felt like in the third set I had a couple of break chances. I couldn't use them, and then I got very, very tight. So I'm very happy that I closed it in 3 sets, and very happy, tried to raise my level. I started off very well the match, and also how I closed with some really important pressure points. It was important. Had a couple of match points there, and on 6-5, couldn't use them. That's the sport. And but again, I'm very happy. Thanks for coming. Thanks for the support. It's amazing playing here. And thank you.
Well, as for Novak Djokovic, he entered the quarterfinals through a walkover. His round of 16 opponent, Czech youngster Jakub Mensik, had to withdraw due to an abdominal muscle injury. This development comes amid a physically taxing tournament in Melbourne. Even two-time women's champion Naomi Osaka pulled out in the third round as players continue to battle extreme conditions. Joker will next face either 5th seed Lorenzo Musetti in the quarters.
In the women's tournament, down goes the reigning champion Madison Keys. 6th seed Jessica Pegula delivered a composed performance to sweep her good friend in the 4th round 6-3 and 6-4. Pegula was in control throughout, dictating play and never allowing Keys to find her rhythm. It was a bittersweet victory, though. The two players have gotten close off the court, even co-hosting a podcast together. Pegula is chasing her first Grand Slam title. She will next face 4th seed Amanda Anisimova in the quarterfinals.
I don't know. I've been playing really well, seeing the ball, hitting the ball really well this whole tournament, and I wanted to kind of stay true to that and then just lean on a couple things that I felt like she would do, and I felt like I came out kind of doing it pretty well, and then maybe got a couple quick points from her early on. So I just tried to, when I had that lead, just stick with that lead as much as I could. Even then, she got a little rhythm coming back, but just really tried to focus on what I needed to do and patterns to look out for.
Iga Swiatek made sure to avoid an upset in her match. She showed no mercy against Australian qualifier Madison Inglis 6-love, 6-3. Swiatek did have to regroup quickly in the second set after a brief lapse saw her broken early. She responded by winning 4 straight games to regain control. Swiatek will now head into a blockbuster quarterfinal showdown against 5th seed Elena Rybakina. Here at home, the historic Philippine Women's Open is underway. We've got updates from today's main draw matches next on Play by Play. Stay tuned to One News. Welcome back. You're watching Play-by-Play on One News. Going back to our top story, the main draw of the first ever Philippine Women's Open officially began today.
And headlining today's matches is, of course, none other than Filipino tennis sensation Alex Ayala and her much-awaited home debut. Mobile journalist Evan Tarique is currently live at the Rizal Memorial Tennis Center in Manila for the latest. Evan, jam-packed. Minomonitor namin dito. On top of the show, binanggit na nga ni Cheska yung updates. Pero ikaw, dahil talagang up-to-date ka na dyan ka live, what can you tell us, Evan?
Yes, Cheska, Andre, talagang jam-pack na talaga yung vibes dito sa loob ng Rizal Memorial Complex. No? At talagang every point na nai-score ng ating Filipino tennis ace si Alex Ayala ay talagang hiyawan yung ating naririnig dito. Kanina sa huling check natin, no, lamang sa Ayala 6-1, 2-2, 2-2. No? So far, medyo mahaba-haba pa yung araw natin dito, pero so far, talagang nag-e-enjoy yung karamihan ng ating mga spectators na nag-aabang talaga mapanood nga ito nga si Alex Ayala. Pero so far, no, bukod kay Ayala, multiple Filipino tennis players din yung naglaro ngayong araw. No? It's a Southeast Asian match up against naman kay Daniel Madis at Manansaya Sangkwe ng Thailand. Pero unfortunately, bigo si Madis kontra Manansaya in 2 straight sets. With that, the Thai national advancing to the next round. Elizabeth Abarque also fell short against Japan's Mai Hontama 6-0, 6-0. Yung Dapiday doubles pairing of Kai Emana and Justin Maneja also lost the pairing to Darcy Mintaya and Nicole Huergo 6-2, 6-2. And Angeline Alcala and Victoria Pena also bowed out of the tournament after defeat against Sara Saito and Lee Yun-Yun. Pero sa mga oras na to, Andre Cheska, continuous pa rin yung laro nga ng inaabangan na talaga na si Alex Ayala sa mga oras na ito. And antayin natin kung papasok ba sa next round itong Filipina tennis ace natin. Andre Cheska.
Maraming salamat, Evan. That was mobile journalist Evan Tarique reporting live from the Rizal Memorial Tennis Center in Manila. In the PBA, the San Miguel Beermen take a 2-1 series lead in the Philippine Cup Finals after a wild Game 3 against the TNT Tropang 5G. The pivotal meeting went back and forth, and it looked like TNT was on its way to victory with a 3-point advantage and only 45 seconds remaining. But San Miguel star CJ Perez had other plans. He made a couple of clutch long bombs to give the Beermen the lead and the victory 95-89. Perez finished with a team-high 20 points.
Actually, nagulat din ako nung pumasok yung 4 points. Talagang sobrang parang magpasalamat na lang ako kay Lord kasi pumasok. Kasi wala na akong ibang choice kundi itira yun eh. And thank you kasi nag-switch sila. Hindi sila nag-trap. So, ayun, pumasok yung So, ipagpapasa Diyos ko yung salamat Lord para sa game na to sa pangalawang panalo. So, yun, hopefully hindi na maulit yung ganung yung yung mga lapses namin, ang laki na nung lamang namin din nahahabol. Siguro kabisado ako ni Calvin, alam niyang drive ako, so tinigil ko na lang sa 3 points and luckily pumasok yung tira ko.
Happy Monday, January 26th. Time for the highlight reel. We got 3 plays for you. First up, of course, first ever historic Philippine Women's Open. Currently ongoing, Alex Ayala against Alina Sharaeva of Russia. And Alex was just dominant in the first set. Take a look at this back and forth rally. The Filipino fans, Alex did say and remind, and she scores a point there. She did say, kasi sa Australia, napagsabihan ng umpire how many times yung Philippine crowd sa Australia na masyadong maingay. Sa tennis, pag gandang rally, kailangan respetuhin daw, sabi ni Alex. And of course, the crowd at Rizal cheering when Alex makes that point. Right there, Ayala up 40-love in game number 1. After that, Ayala won the first set, 6-1. And this match still currently ongoing. And Alex looking good. Hopefully she wins this one in front of her home crowd here in the Philippines. Let's go, Alex, mabuhay ka. Okay, from there, punta tayo, PBA Philippine Cup Finals. What a Game 3 between San Miguel and TNT yesterday at the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay. Look at CJ against Galinato. The step back for 4. Bang! 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 21 seconds to go, and giving San Miguel that lead. Take a look. It was ruled as a 3 first, but obviously that was way beyond the 4-point line. And the Predator, CJ. And then this one back-to-back to seal the deal against Calvin Oftana for the 3. He only had 3 points in the first quarter. First half, 3 points. Second quarter, third quarter, wala. But in the fourth, bumulusok tong si CJ Perez, finishing with 20 points for SMB. All 17 coming in the fourth and final quarter. Beerman now take Game 3 up 2-1 in this best-of-7 series. Final score here in Game 3, 95-89 in favor of SMB. And look at SMC Sports Director Alfred Tua pointing at CJ. Really happy there. What a moment for CJ and SMB. Finally, NBA. What a game 2. Raptors versus Thunder down the stretch. Take a look. 33.8 left. The inbounds to Chet Holmgren against Scotty Barnes, who's a lot smaller, giving up a few inches. But no problem denying that from the big man. Securing the ball back for Toronto. They have a 2-point lead. And then calls a timeout. That's a smart play. High basketball IQ from Scotty calling the timeout. And then after this play, free throws, Jamal Shed missing the 2 free throws, and then Scotty tapping it out, securing the ball back and the win for Toronto. What a play there. Stepping up against the big man, Chet Holmgren, Scotty Barnes. Big game for him. Main reason why Raps ultimately win it 103-101 in OKC's own floor, by the way. Barnes, 10 points, 11 boards, 8 assists, 3 blocks. Can't wait to see our highlights for tomorrow. Good night.
And before we go, we want to congratulate EJ Obiena for his strong start to the 2026 indoor pole vault season. Obiena claimed bronze at the ISTAF Indoor Dusseldorf in Germany. The 4-time SEA Games gold medalist cleared 5.65 meters on his second attempt to secure a top 3 finish. He did try to clear 5.70 but missed 3 times. Dutch vaulter Menno Vloon won gold with a 5.75 meter clearance, while American Olympian Sam Kendricks took silver at 5.70. Obiena is looking to build momentum after a challenging 2025 season. The 30-year-old Pinoy pole vaulter currently sits 11th in the world rankings, down from a career high number 2.
Let's go, EJ. Congratulations. And hopefully we root for Alex Ayala and she wins tonight at the historic first ever Philippine Women's Open currently happening tonight. Alex Ayala against Alina Sharaeva of Russia. That's all from us tonight, mga kapatid. Catch us again tomorrow, Tuesday, 9 p.m. for a play-by-play of the day's top sports stories.
Play-by-play is on One News, that's Signal TV, Channel 8 on SD, and Channel 250 on HD. We are also available on Signal Play and Pilipinas Live.
I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Liton-Calao. Thank you for watching, mga kapatid. Happy Monday. Good night.